Hi guys. This is the pile PDU that basically I had just had modded by Black Lion, and so basically when it was modded by Black Lion, Lion forgot to take out the LEDs, and so the LEDs aren't basically removed, and they're impossible to remove unless you have this switch out. And so the problem is I was planning on taking out the switch, but I mean the LED, because when you turn it on like this, bright lights on, and so that's kind of annoying when like in like a dark room, because I usually have one of the two switches on permanently for this device. For both PDs, I've already did one mod for this one, but this one is basically just really easy to do. So basically, first you take off the actual screw, the top. You organize the screws. For example, right, I have the screws organized here for the way they went, and then you basically take off the little screw here by untwisting it, and it comes off, and then you unscrew the two screws here and here, here and here, here and here, and then the front plate comes off, and you can actually remove these if they weren't super glued in. I mean hot glued in, and then they would come off. But I just decided to basically leave that alone. And so what I did for the first one was, since I just needed two switches on, I just basically took off the front plate, used electrical tape, and wrapped it around the light, and then put the faceplate back on so the light doesn't bleed. Because when I was using them, because this is a perfectly fine device with like it's grounded, it can be put in onto a UPS, and so the problem is the light, because if you don't care about lights, or you can sleep with like a light on, most lights in the room are either off or covered up, and so I basically just took some electrical tape, because I had some on here, just on the top, which was on this one right here, and it just would cover up the light, and it would eventually just come off. So what I did on the first one was take the tape, wrap it around here, so it would be here, and then come around here and come down under here. So when I screwed this back on, the tape doesn't come off, but you can't turn off the switch. But if you need to turn off these specific things, you can just, and if you have a light switch on there, or you have it on a smart plug or UPS, you just turn off the UPS, unplug it, and it just works. And you can then unplug it from the UPS, and then unplug stuff, change what's plugged in. Since these switches works, because I don't actually, I use different switches per thing, and so, and I just use each switch differently. So the last switch will be the one that will always be on, because this is going to be for the computer. The other one is going to be for my network switch, and so when I need to turn on the network switch, so when I need to have the network switch on, because it's going into a rack, and the rack is going to be working fine, and then you can get basically better sound ice, because this is meant for sound isolation audio gear. So basically it doesn't make it so it basically like the popping noise when like the PDU turns on. I mean when like the devices turn on. So there's no popping or buzzing noises from the speaker or audio gear. And so, and I was gonna make that even better by putting it onto a UPS. So yeah, so you just have to unscrew those screws, put electrical tape or whatever on any of these ones. So if you want to have two on that are always on, just put the piece of tape on two, just wrap it. So for example, if it's for these two, like 8 and 9 for this specific one, you wrap it around here, and then you basically wrap it around here after taking off this actual faceplate, and then you screw the top on here, and then you screw the faceplate on first, and then you put the top on. You may need something to like push it back some, so you can get the screw back in. So because when you put tape on here, it basically would push this in, but you need to use electrical tape, or basically something that's meant to be around electrical devices. You can even use Because there's ways of doing this, but it will cost money. I've already had electrical tape, or you could use electrical tape, and or you can buy electrical tape for like $1, and it will just work. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.